And I want you to understand what the Lord is telling us. First, I'd like one of you can read for us from the book of Acts chapter 2. I want you to read from verse 14 to verse 18. And someone else, Reverend Tom, you can go to 1 Corinthians chapter 14. You're going to be reading verses 3 and 4. Now, let's take the book of Acts chapter 2 from verse 14 to verse 18. Yes, Reverend Ray, read.
But Peter, standing up with the 11, lifted up his voice and said unto them, Ye men of Judea, and all ye that dwell at Jerusalem, be this known unto you, and hearken to my words. For these are not drunken, as is supposed, saying it is but the third hour of the day. But this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel.
This is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel. That has come to manifestation.
And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God.
It shall come to pass in the last days, saith God.
I will pour out of my spirit upon all flesh.
Pour out of my spirit upon all flesh.
And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy.
And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy.
And your young men shall see visions.
Your young men shall see visions.
And your old men shall dream dreams.
Wonderful. And then he goes on.
And on my servants and on my handmaidens will I pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy.
Hallelujah. So you see that the prophet Joel did talk about these days and how that the Spirit of God will be poured out upon all flesh. And then he says, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. He says they shall prophesy. Now, listen to this, 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verses 3 and 4.
It says, but he that prophesieth, prophesieth, speaketh unto men.
He that prophesieth, speaketh unto men.
To edification.
To edification.
And exhortation.
Exhortation.
And comfort.
And comfort.
He that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the church.
He that prophesied edified the church. Now, this is really important. Firstly, if we go to 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse number 6, the New International Version. Pastor K, can you find that? You've got it. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 6.
Yes.
The NIV. I want you to listen to this. Very important. Read.
Now, brothers, if I come to you and speak in tongues, what good will I be to you unless I bring you some revelation?
Unless I bring you some revelation
or knowledge,
or knowledge,
or prophecy,
or
word of instruction.
Or word of instruction. Now, that verse right there tells us what we need to know about prophecy, what it's about. In that verse 6 is a proper definition of prophecy. Every time the apostle uses the word prophecy, you got to understand what context. What does he mean? Because a lot of times you'd find it's applied in one of two ways. Okay? But in itself, it's clearly defined in this verse, and let me give them to you. Number one, it means to speak by divine inspiration. That's what that verse is telling you. It's to speak by divine inspiration. Number two, it is to speak forth divine revelation. Number three, it is to foretell future events. That's prediction. Foretell future events. And number four, it is to give divine instruction. That verse just told you what prophecy is. So I'll go again. To speak by divine inspiration. Okay? So, and, well, the next one, to speak forth divine revelation. And then the next one, the third one, to foretell future events. And fourth, to give divine instruction or teaching. Divine instruction or teaching. King James uses the word doctrine.
For more updates on upcoming meetings with the man of God, follow the Pastor Chris Super User account on King's Chat. If you do not have the King's Chat app, kindly download Available on the Google Play Store and Apple App Store. God bless you.